And you can figure out how to save time later. Okay. Manual G code, right? Here we are. So if I would, you gotta put a percent sign up here. And then you gotta give it a program number, the FANUC format program number. You get letter O in, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4. I come from the 4-digit era, and now they're 5 digits. So you could literally just put 1, and it's going to be 00001. So, and I get in the habit of putting my name on the top, and say STC1 Ed D. So, because if we're in class, we might all be using the same program number, and I don't know whose is whose. Besides, I want to know what the project is. So I might call this the Immerse to Learn 1, right? Okay. So it's in the control. You can see right in the library. All right. First line. And let me bring up my Haas workbook. Haas workbook in my library here. Good reference material. A good trick I used a long time ago was, this is the mark first 9 lines right here. Right there. Sample of code. Sample of code, right? I used to keep like examples of the code in my toolbox, especially on machines I did not run that often, because I'd say, I would look at it and so, I remember how this goes. So here we go. We got some samples of code here. It's a great book. Get past the X and Y's. All right, up here. So here's a sample of code right here. And there's a bigger one up here. This is like sample of the first couple of lines. Tool change, position move, turn the spindle on, and turn on the height offset. These are all standards. It doesn't matter if you use T1 M6 or M6 T1. It reads the whole line. It doesn't do the line in order. And this one's got the position and then turn the spindle on. So it all works, it'll all work. All right, so I call that the gazinta, to get over in gazinta. And then you got to do something and then get out of there. So, all right, so I use these examples right here. So you notice it says percent sign, program number, and name, and then write some code, right? So that's what I'm going to do right here. Notepad. All computers have it. So if you're doing this and you're running it in the simulator or you're running in a real machine, and this applies to other machines also, FANUC-based machines. Okay, so typically I was taught to use a safety line, and I guess it's not that important anymore. But let's get into the basics of G code, right? I leave my cap lock on. Oh, I hit tab by mistake. All right, I hit tab again. Crap. All right. G00. Put it in rapid mode. G17. That means all the arcs will be in the XY plane. G40. Shut off any cutter compensation. G80. Shut off any drill cycles. G90. And that is putting it into absolute positioning mode, which is going to be your dominant positioning method. All right, now what? Let's get a tool. Tool 1, M6. And you learn after a while how to do shortcuts. That T01 and T1 and M06 and M6 are the same thing. In this case, you don't need to type in what we call the end of block of the semicolon. You don't need to do that. Okay. Now, we got a tool. We got to go somewhere. Or maybe we'll just turn it on. M3 S2500. All right. Now it's spinning. Now we need to go somewhere, right? We got our print. Where's our print here? Print. Print. All right, print. Code. My print right here. So if it's a complicated part, I would take the paper and I would write down all the coordinates here. And then when I go to write the program, I'm just reading the coordinates off. All right, I'm going to use my upper left method. So I get in the habit of doing G00, G90, G54. Get in the habits on every tool change. X minus 1.0 and Y 1.0. All right, I'm in position. Now I need to get the tool down there with the correct height offset. G43, nobody uses G44 anymore. It's H01 for the height offset 1 that aligns the tool 1. And where are we going? Personally, I like to go to Z1.0. All right. So it's going to engage the height offset, and it's going to rapidly move because G00 is considered to be modal. And once it's in that mode, positioning mode, it'll do everything rapidly. And it's going to do it with the G43. All right. Now we get the tool down there. Then we go, I need coolant. Turn the coolant on, M8 or M08. Now what? Now we need to do something. We got to go to the depth of this thing. So I'm going to go G01, I'm going to change modes, and I'm going to go Z minus, and just for learning purposes, as Titan would say, I'm going to put it to the depth of the wall. Usually I go added 10 thousandths to that. And I got to pick feed rate. So you got to have this all stuff pre-figured out. I figured out I'm going to go 10 inches a minute, even though it's not cutting anything, but you got to have a feed rate. You don't want to rapidly go down to something that's scary. All right. Now, this is going to be our go to Y0 compensation move, like I demonstrated. Okay. So it's going to be G41. We're still in G1 mode, so you don't have to type it. You can if you want. More typing, especially if you have to control like this. So, and you're going to say, which offset am I using? I'm using diameter offset 1. Okay. Where am I going? Y0. Or 0.0, they all work. And maybe I want that to be a faster feed rate. Maybe I want this one to be like 50. Speed things up, not cutting anything. All right, so now I just need to go to my print parts. I'm at Y0 up here somewhere. I'm going to go to X 3.0, Y negative, what the heck is this one here? 2.0. And I'm going to go across the finish line. So I think I'm going to go all the way up to Y 1.0. Across the finish line. And now I have to shut the compensation off. So I'm going to say G40. I'm still in G1 mode, by the way. And I'm going to go to X minus 1.0. Right? Comp is off. Now I need to get out of town, which means what am I going to do next? I'm going to wrap it up to where I started from, right there. Make it consistent. I'm in rapid mode. I'm going to Z 1.0. I'm up. Shut the coolant off. M09. Go home. The older go home command was G91, G28, Z0. And you might see some funny haha shirts about that. Oh, sorry, I wrote that wrong. G28. Right. The newer one, and I'm going to put in parentheses, anything you put in parentheses is considered to be a comment and not readable by the machine, just readable by us. G53, Z0. G53 means we're switching from the work coordinate positioning system to the machine coordinate positioning system, which happens to be all the way up. So either one of these works. You can type it in either way, or whatever shop you're at. You know, you want to get in tune with how they're programming them. And also, here's another thing on comments. Maybe I put face mill here, so I know what the heck tool it is, right? 3.0 face. No, that's the end mill. Sorry. 0.375 end mill. Okay. No. 7.5. All right, tool is up, and if I'm just doing just this alone with no face mill and no, I would like the table to come to me, which is Y0 home position, G91, G28, Y0, only necessary at the end of the program, not anywhere in the middle, and then we got to shut everything off with M30. It's actually, the code is from the paper tape days. Here's another history lesson of rewind, reset and rewind. The tape would actually rewind and go back to the beginning. In this case, it just automatically goes to the beginning. The older code was M2, and that was end of program, and it would just stay right here. So, not used anymore. And we got to put a % sign at the end. So that's the end. And then I'm going to hit File Save As, and I got to give it a name. And a Haas machine can read text files. It took me a couple of years to figure that out. So I want to name the file. You can actually literally name the file differently, like a different number than what's in there. Probably not a good habit. So you can give it a name, or you can give it a program number. Program number, if you're trying to keep these things, you got to have better records. But in this case, I'm just going to call it program number. So I'm going to call it caps lock on 01234 text, right? Save. And if I turn on my NC viewer, this is an online NC viewer right here. It's an online simulator right here, an isometric view, open file, go and find it. Where's my, there it is, 1234. Open, there's my program right there, and I can look at it and see if it's correct. And, ooh, it looks like it ain't correct. Okay, let's go to top view. What is wrong with that picture? Maybe we'll have to fix it. All right, hit play. Let's go step by step. Step 1, let me zoom up here. Oh, let me go ISO. Ha. Now, if we're using a Haas simulator to just do some training on, you run the graphics mode, and it gets you this kind of view. It won't give you the isometric view, it gives it the top view. All right, is this step by step, step by step? Oh, let me rewind it. Back to the beginning. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. All right. 375, Y0, X3, Y-2, and oh, I missed an X move. I went back and forth. Let's fix the code. Right here. See, X, Y, Y. I missed one. I need to go to X0. I think that's all I need to do to fix it. File, save. You'd be at the machine, or if you did in the simulator, you could fix it in the machine. In this, I'm going to just reload it. All right, I'll reload it. Oh, look at that. Fixed. Actually, I'm glad I made a mistake. I'm not perfect. You can fix things. Learning how to fix things is going to be pay dividends in your life. All right, so we go step by step, inch by inch. All right, I'm going to start there. That's my start position. Comp on, go to here, go to here, go to here, go to there. Done. Shut the compensation off. Get out of town. Done. Okay. I'm going to do part 2 on the drilling cycle and the Facebook cycle, but that's a real basic G-code lesson in my kind of style there. Oops, turning the wrong things on. So using this kind of simulation, we're doing the same thing. Let me put it back to, let's see, toolpath on, toolpath on, here we go. And simulate, backplot, and go. So you're writing to the coordinates of the part, and you're telling the machine what size the tool is. I'll get in, and later on I'll also get into the benefits of why you would want to do it that way, and tricks I use to do roughing and finishing using the same program. Thanks. See ya.